What's good, YouTube? Because of Kobe here. So, we're diving into a request from Caroline off of the last John video. She wanted me to do the We Will Rock You cover by Queen for John Farnham. So, hopefully, we can get this one out for you guys. You guys know how it goes with some of the songs we do on here. So, hopefully, we'll be all good with this one. I love this song. Queen is one of the greatest bands that ever existed, if not the greatest. That's debatable, obviously. Everybody has their opinion. Queen is one of those bands that will stand the test of time until there is nothing to hear sound anymore. Really, realistically, right? Until every single fragment of sound they have ever made gets burnt to a crisp by some kind of catastrophe, or until humans are no longer here and animals are no longer here. That is when Queen's music will cease to have a time and a relevance, right? I just had to say that, man. I really feel that way about them. They're one of those bands for me. Classic. Grew up listening to them. This is one of my favorite songs from childhood. It's one of the, I think this is a lot of people's first song of just ever learning what a function is like when people get together and you just, boom, boom. Like, that's one of the first things you learn in life, pretty much. Really. I think I was like a toddler whenever I learned that shit, for real. It's like an indoctrination into the ways of the music society, essentially the music in society. It's used in games, it's used in sports events, it's been used for wrestling, UFC, NFL, football, fucking basketball, you name it. This song is used for everything. It's just one of those songs. So I'm very excited to see what John does with it here. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe for me. We talk about mental health, addiction, world issues, everything in between. Break down all the lyrics, the instrumentation, stage performance, lighting, whole 9 yards on here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It means the whole world to me. If you guys are new here and you're going through anything, if you're comfortable with letting us know what it is, go ahead and do that. We'll provide some advice for you. We've all been through things. I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. I have plenty of advice that I can offer you guys when it comes to mental health and addiction issues. If you're not comfortable with telling us what's going on, just join us in the live chats, hang out, have some laughs, listen to some awesome tunes, cheer yourself up for a little bit. That's what it's all about on here. We're here for each other. We spread blessings to each other. We encourage love into the world, and we encourage the growth of self in order to make the best version of life and yourself that you can have. And what is our fucking motto on here? You guys should know it by now. I am. Don't ever forget that, man. You have to remember that. I love you guys. We're going to get into this one. I'm Vakasa Kabi. A reaction video a day or two. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. This is John Farnham. We Will Rock You. Queen cover with the Sydney Symphony Orchestra. Yeah.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street. Gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, your big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place.
Man.
We will rock you.
Yeah, you gotta love it, man. I like the lighting. As always, we gotta love the lighting. This song, to me, has always been like a section off the different parts of life, right? We're at the young section of life describing what a boy would do with his life. Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday, right? Saying you're playing in the streets, you're making big noise, you're loud, kind of obnoxious sometimes, you're wildin', right? As children do, as we do when we were younger. I was a wild kid. I was up and down the street, fucking exploring everything, man. You could never find me. My parents would have to fucking yell for me because I was nowhere to be found, even as a child. I was just whoop, out with the wind, right? Bugging the neighbors and shit. That was me. Oh, man. I had the same fucking neighbors that were like high school. I had the same neighbors that were like high schoolers when I was a kid. still living on my grandparents' street talking to me after I had started making music and everything into my 20s because that's how close it was there, right? And I still got to see those people into my adult years, and they would always say, I can't believe we're all this old now. Like, I was a teenager, you were a baby, now you're an adult, and I'm old and have 4 kids, right? Yep, it's like that, man. Shouts out to all of you. You guys know who you are. I'm sure some of you probably watch. I'm sure you do. I miss you guys. You guys are awesome, man. Said, you got mud on your face. You big disgrace, kicking your can all over. Yeah, your mom, right? Like you, back when you were a kid, you come in, you got all this dirt on your face. You got the angry grandmas and moms being like, "Get over here!" Putting their spit on their shirt, and fucking ripping your skin off your cheeks with it, bro. Yep. That's it too. That's fucking it too. That's life, man. I fucking like this right here. He's doing a good job with this cover. I like their approach on it thus far. It's a very anthemy song, very easy to sing along to. Everybody knows the fucking words to this song, and John's just gonna have a blast doing this amazing song. And I'm sure the crowd is nothing but happy, right?
Rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, fighting in the streets, gonna take on the world someday.
Yeah.
Blood on your face, you big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place.
Uh-huh. This one's fun. I like this section here. The second verse. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the streets, gonna take on the world someday, rebelling. Right? I'm gonna go out on the streets and I'm gonna cause protests and cause this madness and make people listen to me. That was me when I was 17, for real. When I was like 17 to like 20-ish, I would say 21 maybe, around that age, 17 to 21-ish, even into 22, I would say. I was a rebellious little shit. I was going to fucking any protest I could get my hands on, right? If there was something going on, I was gonna be involved with it, right? If it was standing up for some kind of cause. That's how I was back in those days, in my younger adult days, right? I'm still a young adult. Obviously, I'm not even 30 yet, but you guys know what I mean. I went through this shift maybe about 5 years ago or so, close to 5 years, where I started to see the hypocrisy and the division inside of the systems of the world and stuff like that. And it made me kind of step away from where I was standing and try to stand beside the other side as well to see what they were doing, right? Like, because it didn't feel right, right? You know, there was just a lot of things that didn't feel right about the divisiveness. And when I saw that they wanted to spread love on another side, that's where I wanted to go stand. And it was like everything, it was like people just not liking you because you decided to go look at it a different way and see it from a different side, and you lose a bunch of people and shit, and you have to make the decision to stand on that or cave and walk back. I didn't walk back. I'm here. Right? And it was really hard, man. It was tough to go through that stuff. And that wasn't too far removed from right now, obviously. But yeah, I had to do a lot of work on myself when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I was that going out raging, just wanting to get blood on your face, waving your banners all over the place, right? Man, oh man. Yeah, it's like that when you're a young adult. You think that you're going to rage out and change things like that, when in reality it takes a more logical and rational approach to things to actually make anything positive come into the world as a change, which is what we do on here now. So I'm glad that we've arrived here together. It's very important to me, and it took me a long time to realize that this would be the best approach to doing these kinds of things, having the discussions that we have, rather than going out and raging on the streets and getting the police all surrounding you and fucking rubber bullets going off and fires getting started and windows getting broken, and now family businesses are shut down. And I'm sure you're real proud of yourselves, huh? You're real fucking proud of yourselves, ain't you? That's the thing about it, man. It's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, man. You can't go about it like that. Use your fucking words. They can't, though, because they don't actually know any. That's the thing. They can't. I'll say it the way it bluntly is. They can't because they don't actually fucking know any. They think they do, but they're just running along sentences saying a whole lot of nothing. That's what it is. If you ask them a real question, they'll stop and look up at the sky like they've never been asked a question before. Then they'll check out with a, I'm going to go this way now. You see it all the time. They can't even deny it. It's on the internet for the whole world to see. That's the thing about it, right? And I mean, god damn, man, right? That's the point that I arrived at. I just couldn't deal with that hypocrisy and stuff anymore. And I couldn't deal with people that were pushing division and shit, so I walked away from it, and then they divided even more when that happened, right? In my own personal experience, the instances that I went through personally with myself, they divided themselves. Double divide. Like, I pulled myself away from a divisive thing that I saw was divisive on all ends, and they divided more by shoving me away further, essentially, is what happened. And it was like, if you're gonna believe in something and people are gonna come at you and be like, you can't think like that or we can't be friends, good, fuck you. That's all there is to it. Like, get out of here. I don't care. We're all allowed to think how we want to think, and if you're gonna come at me sideways and be like, I don't want to be your friend because you believe in that, good. Go fuck yourself, right? That's where it stands. Don't need anybody that doesn't need you, right? That's the thing about it. You don't need anybody that doesn't need you. And when I say doesn't need you, I mean they don't value you enough to allow you to be your own person. Because allowing somebody to be their own person is the most important thing in any human bond. If you don't allow somebody to be their own person, you'll never be able to talk to each other. You'll never even be able to look at each other because there will just be spite and anger and divisiveness inside of those thoughts. So whenever I see that inside of my life, push it away. Right? Fucking rants, man. Ranting. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna get into the guitar solo heavy part. I just like the approach to this. I love the backing vocals. The lighting's great. It's a classic song. It's a great cover of a classic song. We got into a little bit of some ranting and advice and talking there. I appreciate that. We have another verse to go as well. Yeah, love it. Huh. Nice solo. Nice. Oh, he made it his own. He did. He actually changed it a little bit here. I like that. Gotta hit him with the Farnsey, right? He's like, I gotta throw the Farnsey on this last verse. I like it. I like that transition there. I like how he jumped to the octave for himself up to his Farnsey belt, as we call it. That's what I call it, the Farnsey belt. Man, it's like a fucking, it's like an astrological system, the Farnsey belt, right? I love it, man. And on your face, your big disgrace. Somebody better put you back in the man. He said, buddy, you're an old man, poor man, pleading with your eyes, gonna make you some peace someday. Pleading with your eyes, and I've seen a lot. That's what that's saying. You can see the experience inside of somebody's eyes, gonna make you some peace someday. He said, you're gonna come to an acceptance with the way things often are in the world and in life, and you're gonna come to peace with it, right? Still got mud on your face, right? Big disgrace. Full circle, right? You know, how they say that's the cycle of life, right? What do they say? They say you come into this world shitting in diapers and you oftentimes leave it doing the same exact thing, right? That's the cycle of life, man. It's like that. It be like that. Somebody better put you back into your place. You could take that a couple different ways, right? Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, so this, in this kind of annotation right here, I like this. There's an annotation there. I wanted to click on it to see what it said. You guys know we like to jump into that. This annotation says, buddy, now a grown man, needs to be told by somebody that begging for money in the streets won't get him anywhere. He doesn't have the life of a youthful boy, but still has time to accomplish some of his dreams and ambitions. But if he keeps idly waiting for things to change, they won't. Facts. We talk about that on here every day, right? I tell you guys, get out there and fucking do it. Make it happen for yourselves. Do what you need to do to live your dreams, right? I tell you guys that all the time on here. And you guys also offer that advice to me and the other people that have asked for advice down in the comments. I see you guys all the time talking to each other. I love reading y'all's conversations that you have with each other, where you're giving each other advice or just discussing different things about the music and the artists. You guys have some really awesome information that you share when it comes to the artists and everything like that. And so many wholesome and inspirational moments of helping each other out as well. That's what I appreciate the most about being on this channel and having this with you guys, is that we can spread all of that. It's truly a blessing for all of us to be here doing this, and I couldn't be more appreciative and more grateful to have this with you guys. It means the whole world to me. It's a blessing to be on here, really. This is great. Farnsey is killing this cover, as always. I never expect a bad cover from Farnsey. Everything he touches turns into gold. Pretty sure he just is a gold maker, right? he's a gold spinner, right? He can spin gold. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Big rock ending here. You gotta love it.
We're gonna rock ya!
Get it. Yes, sir. Big lighting. I love it. Listen to that crowd, bro. That crowd is erupting right now. Beautiful hair. Beautiful. I love it. I love it, man. John and company, so fucking talented. They just did a Queen song effortlessly. That was just a jam. It was a jam, right? To grab a Queen song and just do it effortlessly, man. Even though it's like one of their more anthem-y songs, it's not like one of the crazy fucking songs. Still, to grab a Queen song and do it that effortlessly and that well, that is so fucking impressive right there. John, this was really good. I appreciate stuff like this. Very, very awesome. Thank you, Caroline, for bringing this up. I always appreciate stuff like this. Like I said, if you guys are going through anything, please feel free to leave it in the comments and we can offer some advice. Or if you just want to hang out in the live chats during the premiere and cheer yourself up, listen to some awesome music with us, do that as well. Either one, whichever you are comfortable with. That's what it's all about on here. The original video will be in the description. Subscribe to John. Support all the artists we have on the channel. That's what we do this for. Get the music out into the world, relate it to our own lives, and discuss the important issues in it, and have a place where we can cheer each other up. It's truly a blessing to be here with you guys. I loved this one. We're going to get out of here. I'm Vakasa Kabi. A reaction video a day or two. Keep the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Leave a like for me. Comment those suggestions. Subscribe up this way. Bang the notification bell for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. Have a beautiful one. Thank you for everything. Peace.